I'm going to show you two ways to play out in Fusion. Playing out in this case does not mean imposing some sort of chord on a chord or playing an exotic scale. I'm talking about actually playing chromatic patterns that have very little to do with the music, but by the power of the rhythms that you're actually executing over the groove, they carry you through and they sound like you're falling downstairs or something. This is a tool used by Scott Henderson, Metheny, Schofield a lot, and we're just gonna work on one rhythm. So we're gonna play a phrase that's gonna sit on a 16th note groove. So just imagine, that'll be like a measure, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're going to play 16th notes. And the grouping I want to show you is 3 and 5, right? So imagine 3 and 5. That makes up 8 notes. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But what we're going to do is we're going to displace that by a 16th note. So it's going to be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, so that 5 in the group of 5 is going to be on the beat, right? So again, real slow. 1E and the 2E and the 3E and the 4E and the 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, because of how it's displaced and how it's grouped, this rhythm becomes a great vehicle for moving nonsense. So I'm just going to show you a pattern. It goes like this. And I'm just going to play the same visual pattern on all the strings, even though on some of them, like the B and G string, it's a different interval set than it would be in other ones. So check this out. If I just go... Doesn't sound like much slow, but when I do it fast and in time and on a groove like that, it becomes this very different thing. Like 1, 2E and the 3E and the 4E and the... Very different sound. Now, to play this kind of out stuff, you need to have a very good sense of home, of what you're resolving to. So the examples I played here were just in B flat minor. Just imagine a B flat minor chord. So B flat minor pentatonic would be a good place to resolve to. Now I'm just gonna start it at a random place and land in something that resembles B flat minor pentatonic. So I'm gonna go... Aha, right? Sounds pretty sick. Another example I played is more like a circle 4 thing with that idea. So circle of fourths, for those of you who don't know, you just create major chords that are fourths apart. So if you start, let's say on B flat, it would go from B flat to E flat to A flat to D, etc., etc. E, A, and it just cycles through all 12 keys. Now, something that you can do is just play the first arpeggio and then sort of play chromatically on the second one and repeat. And if you repeat patterns like that, you get these patterns that descend in whole steps. Why whole steps? Well, if I start on that B flat, that first B flat is right here, I go up a fourth, and then a whole step down is that next chord. So imagine if I'm just playing over the first one, chromatic on the second one, and then again on the third one, chromatic on the fourth one. I can have patterns that, let's say, sound like... whatever. And so it's kind of like playing on the first one very spelled out and on the second one very chromatic. So I'll show you a pattern that follows this rhythm now, starting from a random place, just maybe this E flat triad right here. I'm gonna go... That's a triad. Maybe even make it a 7 chord. But now chromatic on the second chord. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm imposing that same rhythm again. It's important to remember that this thing sounds so out that starting it in a random place is not going to be so bad as long as you know how to take it back home to the tonality. Ideally, you want to leave from an in place and land in an in place and throw this in the middle. So if I just slow it way down and play some sort of example over this groove at like 66 BPM, sounds like this. So in conclusion, this kind of chromatic playing in fusion can be very, very good to spice up your lines, and it's a different kind of approach than harmony, than using modes, than superimposing sounds. It's mostly just getting the chops together and really hearing those kind of rhythms that have all the syncopation you need to carry very dissonant phrases through the tune. Very cool. I hope you like this. Please subscribe, click all the buttons, and we'll see you next time.